I'd like to call to order the regular City Council meeting of October 21st, 2024. Will you all join me with the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silent reflection? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Marcella, can we get roll call?
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Condi?
Here.
Councilmember Malone?
Here.
Councilmember Garcia?
Here.
Councilmember Solario?
Here.
Councilmember Nielsen?
Here.
Councilmember White?
Here.
Mayor Pineda?
Here. Thank you. Ron, next item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have our first set of presentations. It's going to be Renee Weatherless, our Director of Finance, introducing two new employees.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have the pleasure tonight to introduce first to you Sean Pierce. Sean has extensive experience working in grants, programs, and services. During his career, he supported nonprofits as well as municipal, county, and state governments with grants management. Sean has focused his career on providing direction to maximize the impact of grant funding, and in his new role here at Avondale as our grants coordinator, he's excited to have the opportunity to support departments to integrate grants into their funding portfolio and also to build stronger connections with departments and continue to enhance our internal structure. Outside of work, Sean enjoys spending time with his family and his dog, Sushi. And next, I have the pleasure to introduce Laura Robinson. Laura Robinson is our new procurement officer. She started with the city in September 16th. Laura comes from Maricopa County Judicial Branch, where she worked for 12 years in procurement, handling commodities and services and IT procurement. Prior to that, Laura worked in the private sector doing procurement in steel manufacturing. Laura has a bachelor's degree in supply chain management from ASU, and her favorite holiday of the year is Halloween.
Welcome. If you don't mind, Sean and Laura, if you would like to share some comments, how has it been so far working for the city of Avondale? Anything to that effect, we'd love to hear it.
Well, good evening. So far, I love it. I think that the people is really nice. I enjoy working with everybody. I'm looking forward to make an impact. I love working for the community, so this is something that is very dear to me, doing procurement and making a change in our community. Looking forward to doing that for Avondale.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you so much for this opportunity. How do I follow that, right? I mean, as a public servant, it's always great to be able to really help in all aspects of government, but also in really making those connections in our community. And so I look forward to helping the city as well as all the departments and the community come together as we really do spend other people's money to make that better. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for choosing Avondale.
All right, Mr. Mayor, up next, we have a presentation by Mariela Gonzalez, our Youth and Community Engagement Coordinator with Neighborhood and Family Services, making one of our most favorite presentations of our Avi Star students.
Hello, good evening, Mayor and members of the Council. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. My name is Mariela. I am the Youth and Community Engagement Coordinator with our Neighborhood and Family Services Department, and I'm here to present the October Exceptional Student of Avondale nominations. This is a fun and wonderful initiative to recognize the amazing things that our students are doing in the community, and I'm also honored to be presenting these recognitions on behalf of the administrators, principals, and the educators from each school district. The achievements being recognized may be academic, extracurricular, or personal, and highlight the impact that the student has made for themselves, their family, school, and the community. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the families who are here today who are supporting each and every one of these students as well.
Nice.
Students, as I call your name, please walk up to receive your award right over here and then stay standing for the remainder of the presentation. And first up from Agua Fria High School District, we have Marley Marufo. Marley is in the 11th grade. He attends Agua Fria High School, and Marley is being recognized as he demonstrates exceptional dedication to his school and community. Marley is a leader amongst JROTC cadets and has held several leadership roles such as flight commander, color guard commander, drill team trainer, and is expected to move into the program's senior leadership in the upcoming school year. Marley has volunteered and led over 80 events, accumulating over 100 community service hours since joining ROTC. Marley earned the Outstanding Cadet Ribbon and the National Sojourners Award for his high morale, character, and leadership potential. He has participated and led color guard team in drill competition and has placed every time. He consistently excels in competitions with the color guard team and maintains a 3.75 GPA while balancing academics and extracurriculars. Let's get up for Marley. Up next from our Avondale Elementary School District is Richard Gonzalez. Richard Gonzalez is in the 7th grade and attends Avondale Middle School. Richard Gonzalez is an outstanding student known for his consistent academic effort and excellence across all subjects. He actively seeks feedback and is always willing to assist others. He achieved a perfect score on his math AASA assessment and demonstrated high proficiency in ELA. Richard is involved in multiple extracurricular activities, including the National Junior Honor Society and Student Council. Richard is kind, supportive, and passionate about his school community. Teachers commend his hard work, resilience in challenging situations, and respectful interactions with others. Highlighting him is an exceptional student at Avondale Middle School. Ms. Marco Anderson stated, Richard is a very kind and respectful student who strives to do the very best in everything that he does, not only with his grades, but also with his interactions with other students and staff. He is truly an exceptional student. Let's give it up for Richard. Up next from our Litchfield Elementary School District is Mia Moreno. Mia is in the 3rd grade and attends Corte Sierra Elementary School. Mia is an exceptional student who comes to class with a positive outlook and an open mind. She is in the Traditional Academy class at Corte Sierra Elementary, and her love for learning is evident in the classroom. Mia aims for success in all she does. Mia is involved in 2 club sports after school and still maintains her straight A's. She is an exceptional student, and Miss Hillman is very proud of her. Let's give it up for Mia. Up next from our Pendergast Elementary School District is Jacob Benitez Alonso. Jacob is in the 8th grade and attends Rio Vista Elementary. Jacob is an exemplary leader both in and out of the classroom. He collaborates well with peers and teachers, advocates for friends in need, and assists classmates with their work. Outside of school, he is involved in various activities, serving as the chief academic officer, participating in the YMCA, tutoring younger students, and representing Rio Vista on the superintendent's 8th grade student council. Despite his busy schedule, he maintains good grades and attends additional math classes at ASU. We are proud of Jacob's accomplishments and look forward to his future successes. Let's give it up for Jacob. And from Sun Valley Academy, we have Davian de Santiago. Davian is in the 8th grade. Davian is deeply committed to her academics, community service, and friendships. As a leader in the National Junior Honor Society, she actively participates in serving food to the homeless and supports animal shelters. Davian is a straight-A student. She excels in every assessment and assignment. Davian is a well-rounded young woman, and the staff is very excited to witness her continued success throughout life. Let's give it up for Davian. that concludes the 5 nominees we had for this year. So thank you again to all the families who are here in this room showing support for these 5 amazing individuals. I'm proud of you. I know your families are proud of you, and we hope that you guys keep continuing the work that you guys do.
Now, I believe we're going to take a photo with the students, but before we do, I'd like to hear if we have any comments from the rest of the council. But I will start by sharing that it's just great to see so many parents involved with their students, and makes me, after listening to all of the service that's being provided by all of these students, makes me question if I'm doing enough. So congratulations. I say this all the time when we go through this award ceremony, that students, and especially the students here being honored tonight, typically don't do this for the awards. This is just who they are. And it's just great to be able to celebrate their success, because I believe it's just intrinsic. So congratulations. I hope to see some of you here sitting along this dais, serving your communities or the communities in which you live. And so congratulations on your hard work. Are there any members of council that would like to share or ask any questions?
I would like to.
Okay, Councilmember Malone.
Guys, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for your parents for being here. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep doing a great job. The city is counting on you guys to be up here and be great leaders.
Thank you so much. Okay, so at this time, council members would like to join me down at the floor. We can take a picture with the students.
Parents, you can come forward and get pictures. If you want to get a little closer and get a picture of the groups, come on down.
Oh, you're going to go this way. Ya se voltearon. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, item 3 is unscheduled public appearances. Marcella, I believe we have a blue card, so at this time, we could call Natasha Edmonds up to the podium.
Thank you, Mayor. And to confirm, we only have one request to speak for tonight.
Thank you, Marcella.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. For the record, my name is Natasha Edmonds, and I am honored to be speaking as the 4th City Council member candidate in the 2024 primary elections, where I received 3,374 votes. And I will continue for my run in 2026 election. First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the newly elected mayor, Mike Pineda. I am really excited to see the positive changes that you are going to have within our city. I also want to congratulate Councilmember Gloria Solario and newly sworn Jeanette Garcia and Sherry Wise on their successful run. Now that you are seated in this important role, I believe you all can truly represent and serve all our community members, no matter what party they represent. Let's strive to do better for everyone in Avondale, and I'm hoping for the best in your leadership moving forward. Marcella, I appreciate your presentation last week. However, I must share my disappointment regarding the unique option shared in the process choosing to fill the recent council member seat. As highlighted by Councilmember White, there simply wasn't enough time given for this crucial decision-making process. It's essential to fully consider all options and allow for adequate time to evaluate potential candidates. Advocating for oneself can be necessary, especially when we recognize that not every voice is heard automatically. Therefore, I must advocate for myself. I owe it to the 3,374 people who voted for me. I believe that key leaders in our city should have had the opportunity to fill a council member vacancy utilizing the notice of interest period. This would ensure that we tap into diverse talents and perspectives within our community. Our city deserves a council that listens to and fully considers all qualified candidates. Thank you for taking the time to hear what I have to say. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate it. Mr. Corbin, items number 4, consent agenda. Are there any members of council, who wish to have any item removed for separate consideration? Seeing none, can I get a motion?
I move.
Okay, we got
Councilmember White.
Thank you, Councilmember White. Actually, we had a motion from Councilmember Solorio. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, can we get a vote?
All those in favor say aye.
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 Councilmember White, thank you. Any opposed? Thank you.
Item 4 passes. Ron, next item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next up, we have the authorization of the acquisition of real property for public use as a trailhead and related parking area, presented by James, our city projects administrator with my office.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. It's again, James Milanese. I'm your city's projects administrator. And tonight I'm here to talk to you about purchasing some property to be used as a trailhead. Specifically, Maricopa County has publicly listed approximately 3.36 acres of real property for sale. The property is located south of Buckeye Road and on the west side of the Agua Fria Trail, or Agua Fria River. And the active transportation plan adopted by Council in 2022 noted that trailheads are to be installed to allow access. Staff believes this site would be an appropriate location for a small parking lot, ramada, other trail appurtenances to give access to individuals who want to access the Agua Fria River. Looking from the aerial image, you can see the site outlined in red. To the due west is 2 apartment complexes, the Village at Avondale and Siesta Point. And then the right, obviously, is the river bottom. And then if we took a street view from Google Street View, you can see a driveway entrance right now used by Maricopa County Flood Department. We would likely use the same driveway entrance and share it with the county upon purchase of the property. So the process for this follows on these kind of 4 steps. The approval of today's ordinance would allow staff to perform due diligence. That's things like getting ALTA survey or phase 1 environmental. When complete, we would then engage the county in negotiations, which honestly kind of break down to the value identified in the appraisal. We will then return to council to ask for a budget transfer, likely at the quarterly transfer period, either in January or April. And then during the normal budget process, we'll be requesting funding for design and construction of any amenities to be installed out on the site. Staff's recommendation is an approval to adopt the ordinance 2030-1024 and authorizing the acquisition of real property for public use. And I am available to answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you, James. I appreciate the presentation. At this time, I'll look for comments from council, and I'm going to start with Councilmember White, who's on the phone. Do you have any questions?
Thank you so much, Mayor Pineda. Thank you so much, James, for the presentation. I was taking a look at the aerial view, and I noticed when you said the driveway we would share still with Maricopa County. Does the county still have real property down there that would not belong to us? In like the bottom of the river bottom, is that still county land? Why we would have to share that, or would they have alternative ways to get to their property other than that?
Yes, Councilmember White, Mayor, Councilmember White. The county would still own property in the river bottom, and they still have to maintain the levee. But we have not had those finalized discussions yet. I throw them out there as a likely possibility that they would want to keep some sort of access.
Mr. Mayor, Councilmember White, and also clarify, that's a big assumption on our part. We would bring a project forward from our engineering department, from Kim's team, and help us determine where, how, when, why, and then we'd have to get an IGA agreement with the county on that. We won't buy the property unless we can get access to the property, so that'll be a for sure thing. But this is really just move forward with the land possibility, where the driveway is, where the parking is, where the ramada is, water, lighting, those kinds of things. That'll all come back to council in a project. We just want to make sure, normally we put things in the budget, like the purchase of land, and we're going to have to come back for that. So we just want to make sure that council's okay pursuing this, and this is the direction they want us to go.
Thank you so much, Mr. Corbin. I appreciate the presentation, and I look forward to moving forward.
Thank you so much, Councilmember White. Councilman Nielsen?
I guess I just have one question there. Multimodal, in my mind, is bicycles as well as footpath. This appears to be on the west side of the river. Are the bike paths on the east side of the river? And if they are, how would we get from one to the other without going through the sand or whatever?
Yes, so we are looking at more connections and trails along the Delaware Freeway bottom. There's currently a project that council has adopted. It's in design right now that would bring it across to the west side and then down to Friendship Park, or Festival Field, sorry. So you would be able to pick it up right there and be able to access it and then go to the river bottom, cross over. That's part of the negotiation. Design is really what that bottom crossing looks like. It's a balance between, what we can put that might be affected later on by a flood.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Councilmember Solorio?
Thank you, James, for the presentation. I think it's great. I think it's something that, we don't have. Correct? We don't have anything like this.
No.
So I'm in favor. I think that's wonderful to establish an area like that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Solorio. Councilmember Garcia? I do not have any comments. Thank you. Councilmember Malone?
Yes, thank you for the presentation, James. I can't wait. We've been talking about this since I've been on council, so I look forward to using it when it comes. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Malone. Councilmember Condi?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, James, for the presentation. So, city manager just mentioned something that's important for me is when we get to that point to make sure that we have lighting, especially for people who are going to be traveling down there on bikes, on foot. That was something that we had talked about when we started the discussion of the trailheads. So, I guess that'll come to us a later time, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys are well aware that's something that's very important to us.
Councilmember Malone?
Sorry. The lighting as well as any type of water or, will that also be there?
Mr. Mayor and Council, I got a thumbs up from our Parks and Trails Director. We're going to add trails to your title, Corey. But we got a thumbs up over there. So he's aware of the direction from council, but we'll bring that project forward at some point.
All right, thank you.
For me, some of the questions that I had when this was brought to the attention was, many residents, especially while many of us were out campaigning over the last year or so, is listening to the residents share their information regarding the lack of trails or the trails that are currently in place and how they're not linking up yet. And when discussing purchasing this piece of property, my question was, I don't really want to have a hodgepodge of all these pieces of property that don't connect, but one of the things that was shared with me, which makes sense, and I just want to state this for the record, by Assistant Manager Gregory, was the fact that a city like Peoria, which I would not say maybe is the standard, but I think we're all very well aware of their excellent trail system, took over 20 years to design through the same process that we're following. So while residents may question why we have this piece of property and that trail, but yet they don't connect, it's just important to note and educate them on the fact that this is a long-term project, and in order to make it come to fruition, sometimes when we are able to take advantage of an opportunity like this, then we need to do so. So I just wanted to make sure that I conveyed that as it was communicated to me. So thank you so much for your presentation. Okay. That was 5A.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have a motion on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Can I get a motion?
A motion, do I need to read it or just make the motion?
You can read it, please. I'll second.
Oh, we got a second from Councilmember Solorio.
A motion to adopt ordinance 2030-1024, authorizing acquisition of real property for public use as a trailhead and related parking area, and authorize the mayor and or city council, city attorney, and city clerk to execute the necessary documents.
Okay. Can we get a roll call vote?
We had a motion by Councilmember Nielsen and a second by Councilmember Solorio. Thank you. I will do a voice vote. Councilmember Condi?
Aye.
Councilmember Malone?
Aye.
Councilmember Garcia? Aye. Councilmember Solorio? Aye. Councilmember Nielsen?
Aye.
Councilmember White?
Aye.
Mayor Pineda?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item passes. Next item is the selection of vice mayor. At this time, there is no formal process as we went through the process last week of selecting the mayor and council member. But what has happened in the past has pretty much been that as a body, as a council, that we've all kind of utilized seniority as one of the indicators of selecting a vice mayor. I know that I fulfilled that role. I know that Councilmember Malone has filled the role of vice mayor. And in terms of selecting a new vice mayor, I would really love to make the motion to nominate Councilman Nielsen as our next vice mayor and appoint him, technically, to the role of vice mayor, being that not only just is it about seniority, but what he's done and what he's brought to the council in terms of his comments, his communication, his work in the community. I think he's a pillar in the community, and I think he would be a great vice mayor. And so at this time, I will throw the motion to appoint Councilmember Nielsen as the vice mayor, but I will need a second.
Second.
Sorry, who did the second?
I did.
Okay, so Councilmember Garcia just seconded, but at this time, we need to have some discussion. So is there anybody here who would like to provide some words?
No, thank you.
Councilmember Condi?
Thank you, Mayor, for your words. You said everything that I was thinking. So, I agree, for the next couple months, I know that Councilmember Nielsen is already out and about in the community, and I think for some reason, if you weren't able to be here, that he would be able to step in and chair the council meetings.
Thank you so much. Any other council members? Councilmember White on the phone, do you have any discussion to add?
Yes, thank you so much, Mayor. I do enjoy tremendously working with Councilmember Nielsen. He is my seatmate. Unfortunately, that seat is empty tonight. I had my hand up as the item came up just because I actually hadn't realized before seniority was one of those guiding factors. I actually had a question for Marcella, but I think you answered in your presentation, sharing that is one of the things. But is there anything else about the selection of vice mayor in the city charter that we should be aware of prior to taking our vote that we can receive guidance from our parliamentarian on?
Nicole?
Mayor, Councilmember White. So the only section that talks about our vice mayor just says that we shall select one in January at the first meeting, and they should serve for 2 years. So there isn't any method or process for selecting. So it's kind of whatever criteria council wants to use. And as you mentioned, Mayor, it's kind of been a seniority sort of role, but there's nothing designated in our charter or city code that lays out the process for how to select the vice mayor. It just says council must select the vice mayor. And right now we're filling in for the vacancy. There's not a time frame of when we have to fill that role. As you know, we had to do it for council and mayor. That section was clear in the code. We had to do it within 31 days, but there's nothing like that for vice mayor. So it's pretty open to whatever council decides to do.
Thank you for that information, Nicole. Councilmember White, is there any follow-up that you have to that question?
The appointment of vice mayor at this juncture would still need another reappointment for a new vice mayor in January. Is that what the charter indicates?
Mayor, vice mayor, Councilmember White. I'm sorry, there's not a vice mayor yet. Mayor, council, Councilmember White. So yes, we would be appointing someone to fill the vacancy. And then per the city charter in January, we would have to select a vice mayor to serve for 2 years.
Okay. Any other follow-up, Councilmember White? I just want to make sure that I get all of your questions in before I move on.
No, I'm new to this process, and I think all of us are. Well, I think a few of us are. So I'm just making sure there's clarity here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you for asking the question. So we have a motion and a second. Anybody else have anything to add before we move to a vote? Seeing none. Marcella?
Councilmember Condi?
Aye.
Councilmember Malone?
Aye.
Councilmember Garcia?
Aye.
Councilmember Solario? Councilmember Nielsen? Councilmember White?
Aye.
Mayor Pineda?
Aye.
Item passes. Congratulations, Councilmember Nielsen.
Thank you so much. Item number 6, a summary of current events. Is there anybody here, including Councilmember White on the phone, who has anything to share with the council as a part of this?
I'd like to take just a minute. 2 things. Tell you all thank you very much. I appreciate your confidence and concern in me. Secondly, Councilmember Garcia, myself, my wife had the opportunity Friday to come to the visitor center over here to see the presentation by Amazon and the drones that will be delivering packages here before the end of the year. It was amazing to see how and what they're going to be doing. The big drone's going to come in. It's got a 7.5-mile radius from 107th and Van Buren. It'll come and land in your front. It won't land in your front yard. It'll come to your front yard, and 13 feet up, it will open its little chute, whatever it is down there, and it drops 13 feet into your front yard, backyard, or wherever it might be. And it can only handle 5 pounds at the present time, so nothing big. So it was just really exciting to see what's happening in our little community here with Amazon and other things. So thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Mayor Pineda?
Yes, Councilmember White.
Thank you so much. I had the opportunity to visit Goodwill. Sorry, not Goodwill, please forgive me. The food bank here in Avondale with Councilmember Garcia as well and Councilmember-elect Wise. One thing we learned from Leanne over at the food bank is that we don't have as many volunteers as we had before during COVID. And the Agua Fria Food Bank is searching for about 4 to 5 new board members. I wanted to just honor Councilmember Condi for sitting on that board in the past, but a part of our visit was really a call to action for the community to have board members. And so there was a discussion that I could not speak on behalf of council for, but just looking to the municipalities that are served by the Agua Fria Food Bank and seeing if our councils can support them on their board of directors would be something in the future. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that 2 of our council members were present there and a council member-elect were there for that tour of the Agua Fria Food Bank. They provide food, showers, personal care items, and they also have a clothing closet there that otherwise is not staffed, so they're not able to give out as many colos as they would like to, but they would like to do more in our community and have put out that call to action. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyone else? Councilmember Condi?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to congratulate and recognize Councilmember Malone. Last week, I was honored to be able to present her an award for the Agua Fria Hall of Fame. And, you know, they gave me an opportunity to speak. I had some speaking points, but of course I went off a little bit because I really just wanted to share from my heart because no one really realizes the work that she really does behind the scenes that we don't acknowledge on Facebook or social media. You know, I expressed to the group that day that she's the kind of let's roll up our sleeves and let's get it done type of person. So Councilmember Malone, it was an honor to be able to present that to you. And thank you so much for your service that you do in the community.
Thank you.
Yes. And congratulations, that is a huge accomplishment for sure. Anyone else? Okay, Councilmember Garcia.
I went to 3 events this week with almost all the council, but what I wanted to share is how amazing it is to see the community and the people, and when I'm out there, that's what we're here for those small business owners, for those people that need help at the food bank, for the people that have the big heart for our city. It was just so humbling and such an honor to see those people, and I just look forward to working with each one of you on, you know, the food bank. Like Council Member White said, that they need help. Like, let's find them help. They need the help serving our people. Let's get them what they need. But thank you guys so much for giving me the honor to be here up with you and being able to serve these people that I love.
Thank you so much. Okay, with that, next item is adjourn to executive session. Can I please get a motion?
I'll second.
Got a motion from Councilmember Malone, a second from Councilmember Condi.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Okay, we are adjourned.